Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to show you how to deterministically craft a +3 melee amulet. I do know that there are a lot of creators out there that actually have covered this already, but you guys have been insisting for me to cover it my way as well and do this guide. So here we are. I'm going to explain absolutely every single step, what you need, why you need it, what we're aiming for, how to do it. You guys can follow through. I'm going to try and be as slow as possible so everybody can understand the point and the tech behind this. I also wrote down exactly how much it costs to create these amulets for every single resource that you're going to be using, and we're going to also price check and see the amulets once we're done to see if we break even or make profit. As always, I'm going to be here to cover any mistakes from past Scorpius because this happened last night on stream. I'm going to be here to correct myself, but if you guys want to watch me live doing all of these things, come and join over in twitch.tv/Scorpius_ENT. Enjoy. This right here is going to be the most deterministic crafting that you could do within an amulet. And this is going to be the +3 on melee skills. I'm going to explain the entire thing. So we're going to slow things down. I'm going to explain everything so you guys know exactly what we're doing. Personally, I'm going to craft 3 different amulets at the same time so we can see the differences. Starting things off, you can either find or you can buy 2 of the same base. So here I've got 2 different bases. The stellar amulet that always gives you attributes. You can go for a gold amulet that always gives you rarity of items found. And there's like another 2, 3, 4 different bases. One that gives you dexterity, one that gives you strength, intelligence, mana, whatever the case is that you guys prefer, you go for the base that you prefer. Now, if you find one of these bases, ideally you want to get yourself one that's over eye level 80. So if you hold onto Alt, you're going to see the item level right here. You ideally want to have it over item level 80. For anyone who doesn't know, the required levels on an item and the item levels on the items are 2 completely different things. The required levels is what you need to be so you can be able to equip the item, and the item level is how stronger the item is, because the higher the item level, the better mods it could roll, the higher tier of the mods it could roll. And for this specific craft, we need something over item level 80. With that in mind, we need to find 2 of them. And this is very specific. One of the 2 stellar amulets, or whatever is the base, you want it to have accuracy rating at the lowest tier possible, tier 8. And the other one, you want it to have tier 1 critical damage bonus. The reason why is because if we go to the website that I've mentioned on my previous crafting video, which is a Path of PoE2DB, you can see the tags. Remember the tags, guys? Each of these mods, they have a different tag. So as you can see, spell damage is damage, then energy shield is defense, then critical damage bonus is damage, etc., etc. The reason why we need accuracy rating is because accuracy rating is attack, and we're going to use that attack modifier later on so we can deterministically convert it into something that we want. Now, why we need it to be a tier 8 is because what we're going to do with these 2 is we're going to recombine them, so the tier 8 is going to give it a higher chance to actually succeed when it comes down to the recombination. So if we go to the recombinator here and we add one on the left, one on the right, you're going to see it right here. You open the recomb, but whenever you do the first time an expedition within the campaign, you should be able to see it in your hideout. So once you're in here, we need to make sure that we select the tier 8 accuracy rating, and we need to make sure that we select the critical damage bonus at tier 1. And you can see it's already at 51%. Okay, next thing that you need to know is that this recombination is going to cost you 24 Black Scythe artifacts. These artifacts are right here. We need 24 of them. And then the other one for recombination that we need is called Omen of Recombination. The Omen of Recombination is going to make our next recombination lucky. So if we hover over on the luck, it says lucky things are rolled twice and the better result is used. So this is going to increase our percentage here a little bit more whenever we hit Recombine. Well, to be honest, it's not a little bit more, it's quite significantly more. It's around 20 to 25% increase of the chance. So that 51% is roughly going to go around 68, 70% to 75. I'm not sure exactly how much, but it's pretty significant. So make sure that you always use Omen of Recombination if you're doing these types of crafts. You do want to make sure that you write right click on this so it can be active, and the way that you see it's active, it's gonna glow red like this. These two, you can find them from the vendor. You can buy them pretty cheaply from the marketplace, or you could do expeditions and they drop while you're doing expeditions. So now that we actually activated the Omen, we're gonna go ahead and hit Recombine. If it fails, you simply go ahead and get another 2 bases. You retry the exact same process until you land a good recomp. So here we go, 3, 2, 1, hit, and we got it. There you go. So now I'm gonna speed things up, and I'm gonna 2 more times so you can see. Critical damage bonus, tier 1, there it is, and then we're looking for the tier 8. Before we hit this, we want an Omen of Recombination, make sure that this is active, and now we hit Recombine. Let's go, 2 out of 2, and now we're gonna do this a 3rd time. We pop our Omen of Recombination, and 3, 2, 1, let's go. There it is. Okay, so again, as I said, there is a chance for it to fail, but 3 out of 3, not bad. The next step here is we're going to be using the Perfect Exalted Orbs with 1 homogenizing for each of the amulets. Homogenizing exaltation, what it does, as you can read here, it says that it adds a modifier of the same type as an existing modifier on the item. What that means is that the homogenizing exaltation is going to pick up what the tag of these two is. So why we care about that is the website that I showed you before. So critical damage bonus is obviously damage and critical, and accuracy rating is attack, which is what we care about because this attack tag is going to give us the guaranteed +3 melee skills. So if we look for the melee skills right here and we open this bad boy up, I'm going to make sure that you guys can see all of this. There you go. If we look at the +3, you will see all melee skills actually are all attack tags. This is why we needed the tier 8 accuracy rating. So we can actually land this guaranteed. There's nothing else that is an attack apart from this. And the reason why we're using the Perfect Exalted Orb is so we can actually guarantee ourselves the +3 instead of the +2. Perfect Exalted Orb is there for the +3. Homogenizing Exaltation is so we can copy the tag that we just saw, the attack. Then we're going to use 2 more Omens. Omen number 1 is the Greater Exaltation, which is going to add 2 random modifiers. Instead of using all of our currency for 2 different Perfect Exalted, we can use the Greater Exaltation for Perfect Exalted Orb to hit twice, which means we're guaranteed with this hit to get our +3 and to get our critical hit. Then we have Omen of Dextral Exaltation, which says that it's only going to add suffixes. The suffix, the reason why, is because we wanted to only hit the suffixes, melee +3, and then critical hit chance is right here. You want to make sure that you trigger all 3 of these omens and then use Perfect Exalted on your amulet. 3, 2, 1, hit. And there it is. +3 guaranteed and 33% critical hit chance guaranteed as well. Did we actually... Yeah, we didn't hit a tier 1 on the critical hit chance, but it is what it is, which is also a reason why I'm doing 3 different amulets, hoping to hit something good. Once again, speed cruising through this, selecting all 3 here, hitting, selecting all 3 here, and hitting. Let me see what we're getting here. We're getting a tier 1, once again, +3 is guaranteed, tier 2 critical hit, and then tier 2 critical hit once again. Next, what we're going to be using next is going to be the Perfect Essence as well as the Omen of Sinistral, and I'm going to explain what we're actually doing this for. Perfect Essence of Enhancement removes a random modifier and augments a rare item with a new guaranteed modifier, which means that it's going to take away 1 mod and it's going to guarantee increased global defenses, which is really good for a lot of different builds. What the problem is, what if it removes the +3 or the critical hit or the critical damage bonus, right? Here's where we put the Omen of Sinistral Crystallization, because what this does, if you have it active, it says here your next Perfect Essence will remove only prefix modifiers. So you literally force it to remove the accuracy rating. Accuracy rating did its thing. It gave us the critical hit and the melee. Now it's time for it to go. It's a tier 8. We don't care about it. All you got to do here is activate Omen of Sinistral Crystallization and then hit with Perfect Essence, and you're guaranteed for it to remove the accuracy and give you global defenses as it happened right here. And global defenses is the highest. We actually rolled the highest that we can get. Tier 1, 30%. I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other two. And there it is. We rolled here at 27 and we rolled here another 30. So far, everything that we've done is super deterministic. There is no risk of something bad happening because we literally told it what to do. The next part, though, has a small chance of bricking the item. It's not guaranteed it's going to brick it, but it's a small chance it exists. For this one, we're going to use Greater Exalted Orb. You don't need the Perfect Exalted Orb. It costs a lot. Greater Exalted is going to do just fine. We're going to need the Homogenizing Exaltation once again, so it can actually take one of the modifiers that we have and give us something more. So the thing that we need now on our amulet, which is the next step, is to give us even more defense. And if we go back to the beautiful website that we actually use for crafting and we look at what else we can actually get here, there are things like defenses that we need, like energy shield, evasion, increased maximum energy shield, stuff like that is literally what we are looking for here. Well, I didn't do a very good job explaining this live, but let me try again here. The reason why we have a problem, and this is not deterministic, is that we do have a pretty decent chance of not breaking the item, but making it less valuable. The reason why is because our next hit is gonna actually take all of the tags that we currently have, and we have 4 mods, right? We have critical hit chance, critical damage bonus, +3 on the melees, and the global defenses. The global defenses is a defensive tag, and it's a prefix at the moment. The critical hit chance is just critical, and critical damage bonus is going to be a damage tag. We also have the +3 melees, which is an attack tag, which means our next homogenizing and exalted orb, greater exalted orb, is going to take these 3 tags. So anything with defense can roll, anything with attack tags can roll, and anything with a damage tag can also roll. So we have a chance of getting increased armor, which is not going to be ideal. We can also get a very, very small chance of spell damage as well, which would be the worst case scenario. To increase our chances of getting something defensive instead of the spell damage, we're going to be using Omen of Catalyzing Exaltation. And what this does, if you read it, it says your next exalted orb will consume all catalyst quality to increase the chance of the correspondent type of modifier. So we're aiming for defense, which means the catalyst that we're going to be using is the Carapace. The Carapace adds defense modifiers onto your amulet or your rings. So if you hold onto shift and you right click on the mouse, you can then spam left click on your amulet until it goes to 20%. There you go. You see the modifier is actually defense, so it made all the defense go up, right? So I'm going to do the same thing to all of the amulets here. It's going to go all the way to 20. There you go. So now we're going to activate all of our homogenizing. And once again, I repeat, don't forget that the Omen of Catalyzing Exaltation, it's going to take away the defensive modifier that we added just now from the catalyst, so it can give you a better chance of getting a defensive modifier. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, hit. We got 50% increased maximum energy shield, which is beautiful. That is exactly what we wanted. Not only it's a tier 1, but it's actually a 50% chat. Holy shit. We actually hit that to the T. It's huge. Yeah, insane. If you don't know what that means, is if you have 1,000 energy shield as a total, if you equip this amulet, you're going to get 500 on top of that. It's insane. It's not local, it's generic. So it's going to increase your energy shield even more. 80 to maximum energy shield. Again, it's not as good as 50% increased energy shield, but it gives you 80 to maximum energy shield. It's okay. And boom, 62 to maximum energy shield. The last step here is going to be simply desecrating your amulets. Everything is going to be a prefix because the prefix is the only thing that's left here that's missing on our amulet. So all we got to do here is hit them, and that's it. Now, what we're going to do is go to the Well of Souls and see how lucky we got. Obviously, as you saw in my inventory, we do have the Omen of Abyssal Echoes, which is going to allow you to re-roll in case you get something bad, okay? Which practically means that you have 2 chances of getting something good or 6 modifiers to get something good, right? Because each chance gives you 3 mods. So I'm going to activate this one. I'm going to go with the worst amulets first. Yeah, we're going to do that first, and we're going to see what we're going to get on the big one. So here's the first amulet. We have this on reveal. And look at that. We've got 40% increased maximum energy shield, 40% increased energy shield from equipped body armor, and 17% increased deflection rating. Can you guys see all of those? You can. Okay, beautiful. So if you want to see which one is the best, in my personal opinion, it's going to be one of these 2, but it depends on what kind of build you're going for. But now you remember this amulet wasn't that great because of the 62 to maximum energy shield. Well, we now just got 40% maximum energy shield. If you care about what kind of tier it is, go back to this website and go and click on whatever we just got, which is increased maximum energy shield, and look at the numbers. We just got a 40, which means it's right here. This is tier 2. This is tier 1, 2, 3, 4, and it goes on and on. So this is why I prefer the first one, because this is global. It doesn't matter if it's on your body armor, on your helmet, it doesn't matter. It increases everything. This one is only set for the body armor. What happens if you have a hybrid? So you're gonna get 40% of whatever your energy shield is. So in my case, it's like 500. Instead of getting 40% of 5,386, which is huge. Okay, so I'm 100% going to go for this one. This one is going to appeal to builds that go for maximum energy shield on the chest and not hybrid, just full on energy shield. I don't really think there's a lot of builds. Deflection rating is really good here. I don't even know what tier that is. Let's just go together and check that. Deflection rating, there you go. So it's 10 to 20. It's only one tier. We got 17, which is pretty high. I am still going to choose to go for 40% energy shield. That's it. I just wanted you, I didn't want to cut this into editing. I wanted you to see how I'm thinking about this so you can have a better understanding. If we landed something poor, the reason why I went back to see the tiers is because if we got something bad, then I would have re-rolled to see if we can get something better. The only thing that we need to add here is going to add like a catalyst, the green ones, Carapace, Catalyst, there you go. And we're going to slap these with defense. And look at this beautiful amulet now. 48% maximum energy shield, 32 global defense, 35 critical damage bonus, 34 critical hit chance, plus 3 of melee skills, 74 to maximum energy shield, which isn't that great, but it's not bad, right? And there's 20% increased rarity of items found. So if we just casually price check this, there you go, 10 divine. This guy has the maximum energy shield. So if I select that, there you go. 18 divines is the minimum, okay, that we can sell this. Personally, I would have put in it for like 16 divines. And I think now is a good time to show you how much I spent for crafting that one. So you guys see that I can sell it for 16, and today is the 24th of September. Anybody watching on YouTube, this is what we spent for each amulet today. 3.2 divines for everything. This is everything, okay? And if I add the 2 amulet copies, Amulet Bases times 2, that was 220. It was 110 each, Exalted. So the total here would change a little bit. 220, we're at 366. Therefore, this is going to be around 3.5, okay? 3.5 divines to craft that amulet, and you can see that we can actually sell it for 16 divines, so that's going to be like 13 divines in profit. And that's the reason why I wanted to do 2 more to see if there's something that I could equip, and then I can sell the other 2 and make profit. And I can keep doing this, by the way. I can keep doing this and hit. Let's just go ahead and see what the other 2 amulets have in store for us, okay? So Omen of Abyssal Echoes, we put the 2nd gold amulet in and we hit reveal. There you go. Very bad choices. That's why I wanted to do 3. Hopefully to have something bad so you guys can see what happens here. 15% increased deflection is really good, but that's not what we want here. What we want is either increase evasion or increase energy shield. So now we're going to put into use the Omen of Abyssal Echoes, and we're going to re-roll. So re-rolling in 3, 2, 1, hit. Whatever, increased evasion rating, 20%. I think this is pretty low. Once again, we're gonna go back to our website and we're gonna check what's happening here. Increased evasion rating, we're at 20%. Unfortunately, that's very, very, very low, but it is what it is, right? That's the name of the game. We rolled the right modifier, but we rolled very, very low tier, which is whatever. We didn't get what we wanted here, but it still goes for 10. There is one more step that you can do here if you get something terrible, but it's gonna cost you even more. So if you think that it's worth it, you can go for it. Like if you gave 3 divines to craft it and now you can sell it for 10, and if you fix it, you can sell it for 17, then maybe it's worth it. To fix this, go and get yourself an Omen of Light. Again, it's a little bit pricey for this exact reason, because Omen of Light can literally make a bricked item insanely powerful and good. What Omen of Light does, for anybody who doesn't know, it's gonna remove the desecrated modifier if you use an Orb of Annulment. As you can see, it's very pricey. 1,190 exalted. All right, so now what you do is obviously you need to click on the Omen, then you click on the annulment, and the annulment is gonna take away the maximum life. Boom, there it is. Everything stays the same. So the amulet is 90% done. We just need to do the exact same thing that we did before, where we actually hit it with the preserved, what was it called? Preserved collarbone. That's the one. I wouldn't recommend you guys to go for the ancient collarbone. I don't think that's worth it. I think it's even more expensive than the Omen of Light, and it's not that worth. So a few things that I wanted to clarify, and I think they're very important. Number one, the tech with Omen of Light is definitely not mandatory. If you have more currency to spare and you think that you can save the amulet, by all means, go ahead and do it. Otherwise, you can use the currency that you're about to spend with Omen of Light to recraft the same amulet and try and hit something better. Number two, I'm going to pull up once again my calculations from the day that I actually purchased everything. And because a couple of people asked me live in chat, both on Twitch and YouTube, if the entire amount, the 1,366 or 3.5 divines, is everything combined or if I had items. This is the total that you need to craft each amulet. The reason I put the date there is because the prices change, obviously. So these are the prices that I got it on the 24th of September, depending on when you watch this video. And lastly, the results of the 3 amulets. I didn't actually end up equipping any of them. 2 out of the 3 were sold. The first one, I sold it for 5 divine, which was a tiny profit. The second one, I managed to sell it for 10 divine, which was definitely better for me. And the third one is currently in the market for 72 divines, as I managed to land 43 or 42 spirit, I believe, and it's definitely going to sell something around 45, 50, or 60 divines, which is going to be a massive, massive profit. I really hope that you enjoyed this video and explained it as best as I possibly could. If you have any questions, comment down below. I answer to every single comment, or you can come and join me live over on twitch.tv/Scorpius_ENT or here on YouTube. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, I'm going to see you guys on the next one. Peace.